this series, I'll be reviewing a few books that people have recommended me over the years. A few of these books by name would be Power of Now, You're It by Alan Watts, Free Will, Memories, Dreams, and Perceptions. Also, today, I'll be talking about The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace. Quote, "There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made. In its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspace of the universe." So what he's talking about here is that there's an imaginary world that you can't see, that's outside of reality, and you have to create a thought there and bring it to reality. Chapter 1, The Science of Getting Rich. Being rich is required to fully live a benevolent life, and there is an exact science of doing so. Chapter 2, It doesn't matter what business or what you want to do. It's a mindset. It's a certain way of acting, repetitively, continuously, over time. If you follow strict steps, you will increase. The old saying, it takes money to make money. Chapter 3, There is always enough supply for anyone to become rich. There's enough money in the world. There's enough opportunity everywhere, especially when you think of the imaginative world. There's always unlimited source of opportunity and energy. There is no limit to the original substance that can be created. And the formless stuff is intelligence, is intelligent and always impelled to create more life. Science has never been able to fully explain why life continues to create itself. Regeneration, homeostasis. Why are we alive? Why do things force to live? It's because in the different realm of the thoughtless space, it desires to live as much as we desire to live. So it's an exponential force when you combine the two, and you could really funnel information in the channel of energy. Chapter 4, Thought is how you pull tangible riches for formless substance. The use of thought. Original substance is visual representation, physical reality. He who conquers thinking outside of the visible scenario is a mastermind who will acquire any desire. Unfaltering faith plus vision is required to achieve any goal. Chapter 5, Life. The existence of life's purpose is to grow. The same with your riches, same with your knowledge. It's growth, constantly, forever. You grow through wealth. As an example, you are made to live plentiful. Nature's choice. Being rich allows you to impact life greater, yourself and others around you. You do not need to cheat or lie to be rich. There's no reason to do that. There's always a way to do it without it. There's enough for everybody willing to follow the way. Keep focus on limitless riches of formless substance. Keep your head in the creative realm, using thought to engineer your riches. Chapter 6, Value is determined by what you and others agree upon worth. That's another talk for another time about currency and the value of currency. Do not exchange time for wage. Never do that. Unless you have to begin. And work as hard as you can, as many hours as you can, until you establish enough wealth to invest into reoccurring payments. Residual income. Ask, then receive from the supreme intelligence, the mindscape. You're connected to this life force. You desire to grow, and so does it. It's a symbiotic relationship if you could form the connection. We are meant to acquire tools plus resources to fuel our dreams and desires. That's why we're here. That is a purpose. That is what we are meant for. Chapter 7. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. Mind's eye is a creative tool. Draw to divine intelligence and learn from failures, and rejoice in success through gratitude. Being thankful for what you received and thought and everything in your life fuels the positive energy within you and the connection you formed. Gratitude increases creative energies immensely. Being thankful and being willing to perform the actions which the creative idea implements in your life. Like likes like. The law of attraction, basically, which means people who like similar interests will join together. What you focus on and your thoughts determine your reality. CYOR, create your own reality. It's how you think, because your thoughts can be all over the place, but it all comes down to the ability to capture your thoughts and to create your own thoughts, create your own happiness, create your own success, create your own pleasure, pat yourself on the back. A lot of people think they're so behind their goal, but it's your goal, it's your mission. It's not a race. Every accomplishment, you should reward yourself because you're moving closer to success with every action you make. Chapter 8. Form clear, extremely detailed vision of your goal. Faith and gratitude and vision and imagination and hard work with asking the universe, or asking everybody you see around you. Ask. Speak about it. It's your goal. It's your dream. It's your vision. And speak your goal into existence publicly. Aloud by yourself. Speak it into existence. Form those thoughts. Chapter 9. Willpower. Never needed to control people. Don't use your willpower to control anybody besides yourself. That's why there's an I in willpower. Most effective way is to use willpower only for yourself. Obviously. Protect your thoughts. As Buddha said, do not let dirty feet walk through your mind. Remember, it is faith and purpose in the use of the imagination which makes the difference between the scientist and the dreamer. Get rich and being rich is the best way to help yourself. Hands down. Once you become rich through creation mindset, not the competitive mindset, you're not competing with anybody besides yourself. And the better you make yourself, the more competitive you are. Chapter 11. formless substance has same desire to live as you. Why do you get up every day? Why do you sleep? Why are you required to eat? Energy. Vision sets all creative forces to work through regular channels of action. That's the key point there. Action. Vision without action is dead. Towards yourself. Act in ways to improve and build you. No one else, you, until you are a fortitude. And then help others. Thought plus physical action equals consistency. That's what people mean when they say be consistent. Do something every day. And that's consistency. Chapter 10. Think of riches the world is coming to. Think of the riches that are coming to you, to the world. Instead of poverty, it is growing. Think about the bad situations. Think about what's good going to happen. Think about how you're getting rich. What you're doing right now to get yourself rich. Constantly think about how the world's growing and becoming more rich. Don't create idle thoughts to poverty. Subconsciously, everyone is getting rich. Project energy of a rich man, of a man that has something to offer to everyone around. Self-expression through creative innovation. That's the purest form. Aiming to get rich is the cure-all. If that's your goal, even working towards it, you're curing all. Chapter 12. Every day is either a success or a failure. If every day is a failure, you'll never be rich. You'll never achieve your goals. While if every day is a success, you cannot fail to get rich. You cannot fail to succeed. Do every day all that can be done. You are not to try and do tomorrow's work today, nor to do a week's work in a day. Not the number of things done, but the efficiency of each separate action that counts. It's the only thing that counts. It's the efficiency. Must combine mental power with purpose and faith, with personal action. Action is key. Stay active. Desire for more life. It's inherent in all things. Chapter 13. One can get rich in any business. It's best to choose one that you're already natural at. Makes sense. Desire in a manifestation of power. There is never any hurry. It's your goal. It's your life. You're competing against yourself. There's no rush. You're exploring the universe and creating yourself. It's art. Beautiful. On the creative plane, and there's no lack of opportunity. Repeat that. There's never any hurry on a creative plane. Everything's creative. It's the basis of everything is creation. And there is no lack of opportunity on that creative plane, ever. No one can beat you at the thing you want to do. This idea, just repeating this next idea, has kept my mind in a positive place. I'm becoming rich. Forget haste, worry, and most of all, fear. Forget it. Forget it. Get it out. Don't need it. Chapter 14. Promote the desire for increased. Expel that energy all around you at all times. Increase, growth, life. You are a creative center from which increase is given to all. voice and your presence. Because of competitive minds, you do not need to rule over others. Always desire for symbiotic relationships. They're stronger for the whole. Thus, less risk and more benefit. What I want for myself, I want for everybody. The world, every human. I want everybody to get rich. Positive set perception with vision, with hard work, equals realization, which equals self-realization through self-expression and creative innovation. That is a major reason for living. Understanding the steps and applying them all to your life. Lead by example. Everyone always says that, but do it. Put the power of success and purpose to get rich in everything you do. Every movement, every thought, every action you make. Have purpose and let part of the outcome be to get rich in success. There's no such thing possible in this universe as a lack of opportunities of the man who is living the advancing life. If you're advancing all the time, opportunities, limitless, bountiful. It is called you're living because the money creates life. That's huge. The money is life. It is. Chapter 16. No matter your current finances or government regime or economic situations, with the advancing mind, there's always room for successfully getting rich. Always. Faith is key to be rich. Do not worry of tomorrow. Work today perfectly. All you can do today. And the worries and troubles of tomorrow will not even exist. They won't be there because you've done everything you could do today. That's all you can do. You are above fear. You're above it. You don't need to be with it. You're above it. You're out of its touch. Never allow yourself to feel disappointed. Why would you be disappointed in yourself? You're a champion. You're successful. You're becoming rich every day. Chapter 17. Man remains on a creative plane by uniting himself as one with the formless intelligence through deep and continuous feeling of gratitude. Frequently contemplate vision in your mental image. Run it over. Be meticulously specific with detail. Build your kingdom, your mind palace, like an architect, Minecraft, but way more highly specific. Man must be active to receive what is coming for him. Everyone has something coming for them. Success and riches. But you must be active to receive these. You must do every day all that can be done in a successful manner, accomplishing your task at hand efficiently. Must give to everyone in excess of use value versus cash value. Be worth so much and give out that value of worth, of your presence, of your ideas, of your energy, of your purpose, that you're worth more than cash. You're priceless. Riches received will be an exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their gratitude. Train to see your world as something that is becoming, growing, living. So, man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, will create that such thing in reality. In order to do this, man must pass from competitive to creative mind. One must form a clear, detailed mental picture of the thing he wants, meticulously detailed. Hold thought, daily living purpose, and also unwavering faith that he always gets what he wants, shutting all thoughts against or irrelevant to his purpose, must live and act the way. That's Science of Getting Rich, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, 3 things that I took out of that book that I'm going to apply to my daily life is, number 1, forgetting fear. Forget it. Actually, through the process of forgetting it, you'll leave it behind you, under you. You'll become above it. Forget it. Another mentality, way of creating thought and subconsciously thinking is that everything you're doing is getting rich, is growing your riches. It's not only the numbers in your bank account, as Bob Marley said. Being rich is a way of thought. You're always improving, you're always growing, you're always expelling increase in your presence. People could feel it when you walk in the room. They know you create value, you are valuable, you are. And the third thought, I don't know, gotta think about this, give me a minute. I think the third major idea I got out of this book is act. You must act daily, every day, to create your goal. Action. So, that's the first book. I am coming out with an Audible audiobook for this as well. I'm gonna include that with all of my overviews. So my plan is to do, I don't know how long this was, but I was thinking like 10 to 15 minutes overview of each chapter, 3 to 4 approximately really main points, and then 3 daily ways of thought and action that will improve your life. That's the main point out of every one of these books, is to find 3 things that will actually change your life and you can use every day as a way of thought. The next book that I'll be doing is one of a few. I'm working on Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged. That one's going to be a while. I'm working on Dante the Inferno. That's a big one. It's going to be an audiobook as well. And then I'm also beginning The Power of Now. I've heard from a lot of people it's a really good book, and I want to add it to the library. I really feel like in the future the youth will not be as much readily willing to go open a book and read it page by page. I think they're going to want to listen to what they're reading or the information they're gathering. I think they're going to want to see overviews and get the powerful points, punchlines. There's a lot of excess words with information transference. So, thanks for joining in. And if you like what I had to say and you want to follow along, please like, subscribe, and follow. And tell your friends about me. And I'll be back soon with some more information.